that's not the cause then. She's got seizures from something else.
That's what they were like saying, that she had the fever before, but it hit her right when she had it.
A lot of times after a seizure, you're sweaty, you're exhausted, but she's got something going on in her brain.
Yeah.
Hope she's okay.
Yeah.
She gets older, she can take, well, they have liquid too, 10 months, I don't know if they give it, but there's phenytoin and extended release, but I was trying to think of an example of like if you're cooking something, you're doing your something, and then as a result you get what your product. How about hard boiling eggs? You're hard boiling eggs, then what you're doing, you know, you've got the water and the egg, and in that process of hard boiling them, steam is let off. I know that's from the water, but that's a byproduct, all right? So by making ATP, lactic acid is given off. You guys get sore if you don't work out for a while, and then all of a sudden you go and you work out, or you use your muscles as you don't normally use. It makes your muscles sore. The reason that you're sore is the buildup of lactic acid. Pretty cool, huh? To get rid of it, drink lots and lots of water, and you have to work it out, and it's painful, believe me, I know. But you have to, you know, make your muscles walk around, make your muscles be used, and that'll help to get it out of there. All right, myoneural stimulation. AL means what, Kayla? Very good. Myo is what? Muscle. And nerve is what, Jareth? What?
Which one?
N-E-U-R.
I don't know.
Anybody? Nerve. Pertaining to muscle nerves. So, nerves make your muscles contract. You have to have a signal from your brain to have those muscles contract. Your brain is what tells your heart to beat. Your brain is what tells, you know, sending the nerves, not sending the nerves, sending the nerve, what? Well, the neurotransmitters are already there. What am I trying to say? It sends the, anyway, it lets your muscles contract. It stimulates them. Oh, when we were back here, I wanted to tell you guys have seen Jurassic Park? You know the little kid that's on the fence that gets electrocuted? I have always been like, just let go. But you can't. When you are being electrocuted, or, for example, that kid that's on that fence, the stimulation is stimulating both prime mover and the antagonist. So both muscles are being flexed. So your body, you know, you can't do that. So he's not controlling those muscles. All right, you can't just say let go. They're all being stimulated. To contract, they have to have proteins. All right, we're going to talk about that a little bit and look at some. Muscle atrophy. When you get older, your muscles atrophy. What does atrophy mean?
Shrink.
Shrink, decrease. Trophy means nourishment, and the A means without. So without nourishment, your cells, your muscles will decrease in size. I have a girl in my afternoon class that just had her ACL reconstructed, and she was on crutches for 2 months. She couldn't put any weight on her leg for 2 months. Well, guess what? You use it or you lose it. So her quad muscles, quadriceps, her left leg is noticeably different in size. It's smaller than her other leg because she hasn't used those muscles. All right, so they've shrunk. And it was the same way. Still today, my right leg, is smaller in circumference, than my left. And I had surgery on my right. She had it on her left. But that's atrophy. It's the same way. These muscle builders that are huge, they have to keep working out to stay that way. If they let it go, they're going to turn into they're going to have more fibrous tissue. All right, it's going to kind of be flabby. It's not the same as muscle tissue, but fibrous tissue replaces muscle. All right. As you get older, there's a decrease in your muscular strength and endurance. It's just not feasible. You're not as strong. You can't work out. You can't lift the same amounts, and endurance, you can't work out as long, all right, as you once did. Also, when you get older, you can't store energy. You start getting fatigued easier, okay? Muscle fatigue is caused by accumulation of that lactic acid in the muscle when there's not enough oxygen being transported to oxidize all the sugar, all that glucose. Your muscles start anaerobically. Anaerobic is, you guys know what aerobic is?
Like, I know like the original aerobic exercise class to get your heart rate going.
That's right, but you're sucking in all kinds of oxygen, right? You're breathing heavy, doing all these aerobics, okay? You have to suck in a lot of oxygen. If you are not getting enough oxygen, you switch over to anaerobically doing things. Your body, when you guys get to college, you'll study Krebs cycle, and that's how everything is broken down into ATP. You have to know that all these different functions require so many ATP, and it's so much fun. But one of the things is aerobic, I can't think of the other word, and anaerobic, respirations. Anyway, it makes sense. An is without. So without oxygen. Alright, the excess of lactic acid causes fatigue and cramps. That accumulation of lactic acid causes those cramps, alright? That will be on the test. Anytime that you're doing anaerobic respiration, you have to repay that oxygen to those cells. Muscle tone. Muscles are always a little bit contracted and ready to pull. Alright? Does that make sense? Okay, let's take a break for a quick minute. I want you to talk to somebody, explain atrophy, and where is the atrophy and the functions, okay? Go. Atrophy, function. I want you to talk to somebody, tell them the functions of muscles, and I want you to tell them what atrophy is. Do I need to put you in partners?
But actually, is my muscle shorts because you
go with Cheyenne, Kayla, and Emma. That way there's only one group of 3. No, that would, yeah.
Hear you guys conversing.
We already did.
What?
This where you use the most in like telling young and shrieks.
Okay. What are the functions doing?
Oh, was it?
Okay, when you get done with that, I want you to talk about where those 3 types of muscle are found. Talk about that table I made.
Functions.
Because I'm telling you, for the test, you guys are going to have to recreate that.
When is the test?
Not too long. Too far away.
Are we playing for it already?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you guys conversing.
Maintains body heat, body movement, form, shape, pursues, body has under
Have you recreated the table?